is, and correct me if I'm wrong, the city has a pay or play pro forma within our agreements, which means if you were to do business with the city of Houston, you must provide health insurance benefits to your workers. If you don't, and we choose you, then you have an option to put money into what's called a contractor's responsibility fund, or you can then offer a smaller portion of health benefits. So my question is, if we have a pay or play and they don't provide insurance benefits, health insurance to their employees, why in the heck do we have a rule that says you must provide it, but then have another thing that says, well, if you don't, then you can pay money to this fund? And these three entities, I'm not sure if they're for-profit entities or not-for-profit entities. So if we're going to have a pay-to-play, let's have some meat behind it, and let's make sure that anyone who does business with the city abides by our rules, and not, well, we'll let you pay money into the contractor's responsibility fund if you don't. Because in essence, I think that's what this RCA reads. Correct?
Councilmember, I think the purpose, I think when it was launched in 2007, again, was to try to level the playing field, that if a company A did provide health insurance benefits and those costs were built into their bid, that another company that didn't have them would have to pay, basically, would have to provide this additional money, and therefore leveling that playing field.
But it seems to me that our pay-to-play is an at choice. We'll implement it for company A, but if company B doesn't have it, then we'll enact this other part of the program. So, Mayor, welcome back. My questions, I'm not sure if you heard them. Should I repeat?
Go ahead, please.
Okay. Maybe an extension of time because it'll take me a while. So the way I read this RCA is that we have a pay or play obligation on our people who do business with the city. That pay or play obliges those companies who do business with the city to mandate health insurance for their employees. So the way this, okay, let me finish.
It says that you must provide health insurance, or you must pay into this health insurance fund.
Right. So if you pay into if you don't have a health insurance, you pay into the contractor's responsibility fund, or you provide what's called in the RCA a minimal health benefits. I'm not sure what minimal is in this day of medical care, but I guess my point is why do we have an either or? So if we want to make sure they provide health benefits, I think every company in America today, which is different than when this program was enacted, must provide health benefits, or either they go to the exchange. So my question is, why are we even going down this path? And more importantly, what is the contractor's responsibility fund? And the three entities that you mentioned in the RCA, are they for-profit organizations or not-for-profit organizations?
They are not-for-profit organizations, and in fact, two of the programs are administered by the city.
Right. So why do we even have this in light of the Healthcare Reform Act?
The Healthcare Reform Act has a phase-in period. I've asked that question before. This tends to focus on the smaller contractors who work for the city of Houston that don't yet fall under the Affordable Care Act. In the future, I anticipate that this program will go away because they will be mandated to fall under the Affordable Care Act, unless there's a new administration that rolls it back in Washington.
We hope so, Mayor.
Some of us do, some of us don't. Councilmember Green.